Hello, I want to talk about two coins that you really want to look at. They have been ones we're talking about, and we got some news on the Midnight Airdrop. We actually have like an announcement of an announcement on the Midnight Airdrop, but those are always fun. So let's begin, shall we? The two coins I want to talk about are Tron and BNB, and they're looking like better and better investments as we go along. We know, as I've said, that Tron has inroads with the Trump administration, and they're major players in the USDT market. Wow, they are even more major players now in the USDT market because Tron has just minted $1 billion worth of USDT, and that's no coincidence because it just debuted on NASDAQ after Eric and Don Jr. helped it do a reverse IPO. So Tron has minted an additional 1 billion USDT just days after its NASDAQ debut and SEC filing for 1 billion hybrid securities offering, and it's its largest issuance to date. And we know that a lot of times a issuance like this precedes a bull run, whether for the greater crypto market or just for Tron. So Tron could be getting to a new all-time high, which it already has hit this bull run, but it could smash that all-time high. According to a crypto analyst, the new $1 billion USDT mint isn't business as usual. It is a very, very big mint. While the network has added 22 billion in USDT since the start of 2025, this latest mint, bringing the yearly total to nearly 23 billion, has not been officially issued on-chain. Instead, the funds sit in a multi-sig wallet with no transaction fees paid. It may be an inventory replenishment authorized by Tether, but not yet in circulation. As such, the mint doesn't appear in on-chain supply metrics, possibly for strategic positioning under the immediate deployment. So, why would actually Tron do this? Well, it's because it's been reported that they want to commit to building a Tron treasury. And it looks like they want to use the $1.25 billion of USDT not to actually buy Bitcoin, to actually buy Tron. And that is extremely bullish for Tron investors. Now, when will they buy this Tron? I don't know. But it should happen fairly soon. That's right. Probably within the next couple of weeks, and that could pump Tron. Now, it probably will be bought OTC, or they could just, I guess, pull it out of something else. But I'm not actually sure. But it has been reported that they do want to buy 1 billion of TRX, and that could definitely move the TRX market because obviously coins like TRX aren't as liquid as Bitcoin, so it takes less money to move them. So Tron Incorporated is aiming to raise $1 billion to boost its TRX earnings. I don't think it's any coincidence that they just printed $1 billion in Tether, do you? Since merging with Justin Sun's blockchain project, I mean, Tron Incorporated is TRX. That's just BS. That's just like kind of semantics. The company's stocks has skyrocketed 1,300%. Crypto treasury strategies are spreading fast, with firms now backing BTC, BNB, and TRX on their books. The one that used to trade as a penny stock under SRM Entertainment is now gunning for a cool $1 billion raise to load up on more TRX tokens. After its recent reverse merger with Justin Sun's Tron blockchain, the company going full steam head on building out a crypto treasury. Now, some of you might be confused that because Tron Incorporated didn't really exist, they just bought a shell company and they rebranded it Tron Incorporated. So Tron Incorporated is TRX. So they are getting the $1 billion to buy more Tron, and that is obviously going to pump the price of Tron, which evidently does also pump the price, the value of its treasury. So it's kind of like a cyclical thing. Why does Justin Sun continue to get away with this? Because Justin Sun is actually pretty smart when it comes to these business deals. You cannot deny that. So yeah, someone is about to buy 1 billion Tron, likely Justin Sun himself, and he is 100% going to pump the price of Tron with this buy, because once again, $1 billion is a lot to buy Tron. The other coin, BNB, we have to talk about. They're getting their own treasury. The weird thing is, it's from a Canadian vape company. I guess these vape companies are going to be pretty big. They want to buy up to, get this, $1.25 billion worth of BNB. That's a lot of BNB. And we know that CZ and Binance tightly control the price of BNB, but they probably wouldn't mind a little bit of a pump. I would say that BNB is going to make all new highs soon, but BNB has been consistently making new highs anyway, so it's a little bit redundant. I still think it can go to $2,000. So about this news, CEA Industries are wanting to buy a lot of BNB. And the shares surged 550% on Monday after revealing plans to become the largest BNB treasury company in the US. So Wall Street types like the idea of a BNB treasury. And who doesn't? BNB is a solid performer. So they said earlier on Monday that it plans to become the largest publicly traded BNB treasury company in the US, with 500 million share sale to private investors worth an additional $750 million in cash available through exercise warrants. The firm is collaborating with investment firm 10X Capital and YZI Labs, which previously marketed itself as the family office of Binance co-founder CZ. YZI Labs said earlier this month that it was backing 10X Capital to create a BNB treasury company. The deal could potentially unlock $1.25 billion for CEA Industries after the deal's expected close on Thursday, which it intends to use to acquire BNB, creating a gateway for institutional and retail investors to participate in the BNB chain ecosystem. So they are serious, and BNB is getting a treasury, possibly hundreds of millions, even billions of dollars. And they're right saying that BNB chain is one of the most widely used blockchain ecosystems globally, yet institutional access has been limited until now. I think Kraken is basically bringing BNB in, but they obviously want to be ahead of the game. The company plans to bolster its BNB holdings over the next 2 years through at-the-market offering. So it won't be $1.25 billion like right now. It will be over the years and other proven strategies. It will also look to make revenue from its holdings through staking and lending. Several public companies have pivoted to stockpiling crypto this year. In some cases, the announcements have boosted the value of the company and the crypto token it's buying. Obviously, BNB has drawbacks because it is mostly held by ZAO and Binance. ZAO revealed in February that 98.5% of his crypto portfolio was in BNB, so he has not sold, but that also means he owns a lot of BNB. Forbes reported in June 2024 that ZAO and Binance together control what was then 71% of BNB tokens in circulation. That's probably decreased, obviously, because BNB has definitely gone up in price since then, and ZAO is very rich. But it is still very, very centralized in terms of distribution. So, Canadian vape company wants to buy up to $1.25 billion worth of BNB over the next several years. And we got to talk now about the Cardano Midnight Airdrop. It's not really an announcement, it's more of an announcement of an announcement. And he says he's going to make a final announcement on the date at the Cardano Rare Evo event that takes place in Las Vegas from August 6th to 10th. I am not going to that event. However, we will probably hear the news as it comes back after that weekend. The event is focused on the builders and developers within the Cardano ecosystem. And yes, Midnight is multi-chain, but I think the biggest airdrops are going to Cardano holders. So basically, he's shared some updates on the Midnight Glacier airdrop. As investors scan the horizon for the Midnight Glacier drop, Cardano founders Charles Hoskinson, Chucky, has revealed new updates for the airdrop. Hoskinson reiterated that users will receive night tokens in the second half of the year, and he will reveal them at the conference, but an exact date is still under wraps. Midnight Glacier drop date to be revealed in August. Now, some people are getting antsy because it was supposed to be it was supposed to be dropped in July or August, but it seems to be a pushback. In a recent interview, Charles has shed light on the timeline of the widely anticipated Midnight Glacier drop. The Cardano founder revealed that a formal launch date for the airdrop will be announced during the Rare Evo event scheduled for August 6th to 10th. Originally slated for July, Hoskinson hints at a delay for the Midnight Glacier drop to the dismay of holders of eligible addresses. However, Charles maintained during the interview that the airdrop will take place in the second half of 2025. That could be anywhere from August to December. So, watch news coming out from the conference. and you might actually be getting a date. Now, who qualifies for midnight? You need to be holding either Cardano, Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, Solana, Avalanche, BNB, and BAT. Cardano holders will receive 50% of the total airdrop allocated, which seems to be like something like over $1 billion. So it's going to be a pretty big airdrop. So essentially, Cardano holders receive a larger share of the airdrop, with 50% of the total Night tokens allocated to them. If you qualified, you will be able to claim your Night tokens for free through a simple process, which involves signing with your wallet and providing a Cardano address. A Cardano held on exchanges will not be eligible for the airdrop because I guess they're not giving money to the exchanges. I think Coinbase had an issue with that, but that really doesn't matter all that much. Talking about the stablecoins, stablecoin market cap has reached an all-time high, and obviously that's good for us because a stablecoin surge often precedes a really, really large bull run. And like I said, I think things are shaping up for us to have a really, really big bull run sometime in October, November, December. The increase in stablecoins and the passing of the Genius Act, I think bolsters my confidence in that. And I think hopefully we have a bull run that can rival 2021. I think some people are hoping for 2017. I just don't think that's going to happen. I mean, we'd have to Bitcoin would have to go up to several 100,000, maybe 400,000 or 500,000 to equal that. And I don't think that's happening. But I think if Bitcoin gets to maybe 180 or so, which is definitely possible, we could possibly equal 2021 and alts will have a proper run. I do think that Bitcoin getting to 150 may not be enough for alts to actually reach past their previous all-time highs. But if Bitcoin gets to 180, I think we can actually achieve that. Now, obviously, hopefully the next bear market won't be as bad with the ETFs coming through, providing some kind of a bottom. But obviously, everyone's looking towards that bull run first. And we could definitely get it in Q4 of this year, which is exactly what I expect. Fartcoin is collapsing. It's starting to blow. Well, see what I did there? Because it is actually down 30-something% over the past week, dropping harder than most other coins, which is no surprise because it is a meme coin, and it's one that rode really a lot of hype up. Now, one of the reasons that it's dropping is because a major whale sold, and he sold over $3 million of Fartcoin. Now, the thing is, the volume is 336 million. The FDV is 1.11 billion. So how could a sell of 3 million really bring the price down? Very easy. Obviously, Fartcoin does not have a lot of liquidity. Whales probably hold the majority of the coins. And a $3 million sell, especially if it's gathered at one exchange, could really bring the price down. That's just the risk you take in buying these meme coins. So Fartcoin is actually collapsing. And hopefully, it can have a bounce back if the market goes back up. But right now, not a great investment at this particular point. I really don't know if any of these meme coins are going to be good investments over the next 2 months. I do expect until October that we will be trading sideways, and a lot of these meme coins will be hurt. I mean, there's obviously going to be a couple that really outperform and go super, but overall, I think meme coins are not going to perform well as Bitcoin trends sideways, as they hardly ever do. If we look at the Bitcoin charts, it's kind of setting up for that, honestly. If you look at this, the MACD is going more and more negative. It's been about a week since the MACD's turned negative. So unless it turns positive again, I do actually believe we'll see a retrace in about a week as the MACD goes even more negative. As for the 50 and the 200 MA, the 50 MA is still holding its position far above the 200 MA. So I'm not too worried about that right now. But because we are stagnating, I can definitely see a reversal, especially if the price dips a little bit. I'll be keeping my eyes peeled on the MACD still and the 50 and the 200 at this point. If we see a situation like this where the 50 starts getting closer to the 200, I mean, that is definitely more of a call to really take some more profits at this point. But right now, like the danger signal between this 50 and the 200 is not quite there yet. I think the 50 is still gaining on the 200, but the MACD once again has turned decently negative. And generally, like I said, after about a week and a half to 2 weeks after the MACD turned negative, we generally start to dip, and it turned negative around July 22nd. Today is July 29th, exactly a week. So we might still have a week left before we start retracing. So that's the news for today. Let me know what you think. Like and subscribe, hit that bell notifications button. Thank you, and have a nice day.